Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Italy. I'm thinking I should probably convert my paratroopers, or at least some of them, to regular infantry over here. Although, you know what? I think we're going to have to do paratrooper stuff over Ireland, who have joined the Allies in this run. Yeah, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Oh, you guys actually need an offensive line. Ooh, level 3 of our light cruiser. And we're going to pick up the level 4. And these guys do have anti-air capabilities, although it doesn't seem to be particularly helpful. So we're going to try to get these guys a little bit more prep. It'd be nice if we had some tanks over here. Here's a question. If I did something like this and told you were a tank now. Yeah, we don't have any available just because they haven't shipped over. Tell you what, you can go ahead and be a medium tank. We got plenty of that. Oh, shit. Okay. So there we go. I mean, assuming these guys can get reinforcements, and apparently we are. Right, because they don't have a naval blockade, so they actually can't block our automated transports or resupply or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Germany just landed a shit ton of dudes. Oh, nice. Excellent. Well done, Germany. Thank you for contributing. Level 7 dude. Yeah, that's going to be quite well. So yeah. I can switch over some things with my medium tanks or whatever. I mean, we're going to get some more modern tanks stockpiled. Oh, we have a huge deficit right now. Interesting. And we have a deficit of medium tanks, too. Interesting. I don't know why that is. I mean, we're just making a token effort with the medium tanks here, but... Anyway, these guys, hopefully they're in good shape. Yeah, they seem alright. So why don't you go ahead and start your attack. And, oh, some more of these people left. They're sneaking out, although I don't know how far they're getting. But yeah, if we can just bop these guys before they escape. And yeah, being able to convert the divisions is interesting, since shipping over tanks over here seems to be quite difficult. Hell, I'm starting to wonder, should I just disband some of my other divisions to free up some equipment and then just teleport them over here? So yeah, we'll keep our paratroopers as paratroopers for now. Although they don't actually fight as well as some of the other units, because they don't have proper artillery, for example. I think they have artillery companies. And they do. I could make them a lot lighter as well with the rest of the stuff, but they seem to have done okay. Excellent. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, say, just the infantry types and add them to this regular front line. And then, oh, that's the one that's holding that, which is fine. And then group purple. Ooh, these guys are trying to bust out from Dover. Get over there. Actually, as quickly as you can would be nice, because apparently they're trying to push back. But these guys are all being attrition, so that'll be the next place for me to hit with my tanks, especially since we'll be able to get a bop. So they're going to actually, they're not strategically redeploying. They're still moving quite fast, which is nice. I'm going to encourage you guys to start your attack as soon as you get there. You might not be able to push in as is, but it will help give some extra defense over there. And then, yeah, it starts to advance. And then we should be able to take Dover as a whole. Very good. And then we'll clean up the eastern bit of England over here. Then we'll probably go into Wales and finally push into Scotland. Or maybe we'll build a big wall somewhere around here. Just keep those crazy Scottish people isolated. We might have actually enough functional buildings right now, which is nice. So maybe I'll build some more modern tanks. Yeah, no, just smash factories, and that's okay. Tank groups, excellent, good job. So, and you have no orders, right? So your front line will be, say, here, and an offensive line to push out there, and just go as soon as you can. We should be able to clean this up. Lots of American troops over here to get bopped as well. I mean, they have decent numbers, and there's some forest here, but a lot of them are starting to get starved out, which is great. I mean, we've got the capital. Beautiful. And yeah, if we can deny all their air bases over here. Well, I think we'll just have to keep taking them bit by bit. And we still have air superiority. So, I mean, they will have air bases in Ireland as well. But with our remaining paratroopers, we'll go and do a repeat of E-Day. Except it'll be called, I guess, I-Day. No, I'll probably keep calling... Well, no, I should rename it to E-Day. To I-Day, sorry. Northern France, naval invasion. Yeah, see, you keep lying to me about these naval invasions that never happen. Well, I'm happy they never happened. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, we'll leave you guys there. We are running very low on our own manpower, though. Very, very low indeed. We can still go to more extreme laws. It'll hurt our production rate, but at this point, you know, that's not so bad. As long as we can keep fighting. That's the only thing that matters. So, we're going to set up... There's a river here, which is a little bit annoying. I guess I can go around. Maybe I'll do that. No, not there. Cancel. Here. Thank you. No, not there either. I want here. Alright, good enough. Do that. Set up an offensive line that goes that way. Sort of along the north of the river. And then we'll... These guys should be pretty cut off. But they do have, you know, a couple of ports, and they've got Cardiff over there, so I don't know. But that'll still be a pretty easy way for us to start pushing in. And actually, let's see here. We've got green and teal. Cancel your orders, and let's put green in with teal. And then teal, you're going to cover the north. And then, what I can do is grab just a handful of you, make a new front again, and just have you hold the Welsh border, and then I can give you an offensive line, encourage you to push in that way. You can get started, whatever. On medium is going to be fine. Mostly it's going to be the purple tank group that's going to be getting the work done in behind. The Baron was killed over southern England. Alright. You guys, I just realized, probably don't have anything going on, so we'll have you added to teal. Teal, I don't think, has an offensive line. So, your job will be to push up to around here. Might have a hard time without our tanks. But we'll get back to you. And we're not producing... Anti-tank, light tank? Why do we need light tanks or anti-tanks? Would we be reinforcing, like, the volunteer divisions and stuff? I'm not building any of those, whatever. Excellent. And then you're going to get a new offensive line that involves pushing down that way. Devastating loss for us all, indeed. So yeah, flanking with the tanks, a little squishier here, not as many strong troops, and even actually the ones that are defending Bristol are going to fall shortly. And, oh, tanks, you can be in super aggro mode. There we go. Alright. God, so long. Well, I mean, I don't know if I could have done a paratrooper invasion much sooner than I did. Maybe a couple of months sooner, but that's really... Well, I mean, maybe. We probably could have YOLO'd it a bit more. But, I mean, we had plenty of stuff to deal with. Speaking of stuff to deal with, how are my stuffs over here? The China group. We got you. That's my 5-man hit squad, which is still pushing that way. A little bit of supply issues, but you seem to be doing alright. Actually, I'm going to get you to line up here and see if you can't push out that way. Cutting off an entire giant group of mostly American forces. That would be very nice, thank you. Meanwhile, Group Red, I don't think you've got a front line anymore. An offensive line, I meant to say. So I'll get you to also push in this general direction. That should be okay. You're on garrison duty. You're on garrison duty. That's good. Okay. Sure. I could suicide you across the channel. See if you can get here. Alright, Wales almost entirely dealt with. You know, I can speak whale. Clear that out. Then everyone will turn their attention to Cardiff. Oh, I was gonna say, where's my purple group down here? I had the wrong theater selected. Just go and go, and you'll be fine. And then we'll send everyone north. This will be a much harder slog, though. Pretty narrow. We'll probably have to do some paratroopering behind, which I think is exactly what's going to happen. So again, I have to figure out where my transport ships, airplanes are. I'm going to go ahead and cancel both of these and just redeploy them. I guess here's fine. Transports. And some extra fighters. And the fighters are going to go for air superiority. Ooh. Over northern England. We're going to have to move some more stuff here. Rockets, you guys can just stop rocketing. Laggy, laggy. And some fighters, you guys are going to transfer to up over here, but you can't reach. Or did you? Hang on. No. Air mode. No. Oh, that's sea mode. Northern England. Okay, you are there. And apparently I can't tell you to rebase. Is your range actually okay? Yeah, it's just the rain. So you're going from jet fighters from Ile-de-France to here. Perfectly fine. Air wing with no missions, all my rockets. Tell you what, why don't you start... No, you can't reach Ireland at all. So y'all are useless. But they get built for automatically, I guess, so that's something. So that's going to be annoying, because now I've got all these rockets that are constantly going to be telling me that they don't have a mission. Okay, the rockets... Listen, Paradox. The rockets need... They need something. Because they're a little bit wonky right now. Anyway, alright, so that'll give us... Actually, not quite air superiority as is. We definitely need to move more stuff. Oh, also all the close air support. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to say... Assign all. Yeah. Go ahead. Everyone. Now, I'm surprised. Oh, that literally didn't leave anything in southern England? Okay, hold on. I didn't realize the normal fighters would be able to reach too. We're going to grab a handful of these guys and send them back to southern England. But yeah, otherwise, we're going to get everyone to start doing some work up here. And now over here, Group Purple, I'm going to get you to join this thrust right away. We're probably going to get supply problems over there. Okay, and the tank squad. Let's just have you be a little narrower. And still make a run right for Edinburgh. And then in the main group, I'm going to grab some of the paratroopers. Like that. Split you off. Give you a good general. And tell you to paratroop up from... It must be there. You know what? Go straight for Edinburgh. See, again, when I went into the mode, no, they all turn golden, so there's no clear indicator as where my transport planes are. If the rockets are out of whack, or, you know, certainly unclear, and the transport planes, I don't know. Again, it feels like the sort of thing that should be automated. If you tell paratroopers to go from one airport and land somewhere else, then the transport plane should just go to the airport and do the thing. I bet you a lot of my guys are... Oh, no, I didn't actually have to redeploy them, so they're not overloaded in any of the airports. Very surprising. So there's no port in Edinburgh, which is interesting, but it is a city. Oh, there we go. Only 6 went at a time. Aha. I grab half of you, send you up over here. And let me send a pair to Glasgow as well. And then they'll just hold this area. Naval invasions or combat or something. That's okay, we'll just ignore it. Nuclear reactor finished. Level 1. Hey, good. Now, start researching nuclear bombs. I mean, it'll never get there to be relevant, but... So now what we want to do is we want to build nuclear reactors so that we start enriching uranium. I don't know, build lots. I don't know, probably takes forever to build. And plus it's at the bottom of the queue, but that's okay. You stop. Do take Glasgow, though. You stop. Did the rest of my paratroopers still not get there? I don't know. They definitely did not. Which is interesting. So that's one. That's another. Oh, they might have been in a fight. That's probably it. So maybe they'll still paratroop over. See if we can't hold Edinburgh a bit. That has forced them to pull a bunch of troops back, which is good, because that should accelerate our push to the north. There you go, more units are parachuting in. So we have to hold this province right here, or this state right here, to connect between Glasgow and Edinburgh. But otherwise, we might just be able to tank this out for a surprising amount of time and cut off supplies in a ridiculous manner. I mean, they still have, like, the port in Newcastle. So what this would represent, this is like basically Ayrshire over here, isn't it? But we're still making it very hard for them to get supplies at an appreciable rate. So that's good. More modern tanks, I guess. And we still don't have any oil, but that's okay. Are you guys set to attack on crazy? Yeah, you are. Let me make sure we've got a big commitment over here, especially since that's going to be a BOP, and it's going to dramatically simplify our front line. Ooh, aircraft carriers. United Kingdom has capitulated! Yes! Benito Mussolini has announced the cowardly British nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of Italian forces throughout the country. British government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and Italy is now in control of the home area. Though the war against what remains of the Allies continues elsewhere, it is a great victory for all of the Axis. Yeah. Alright. So we've got to go and mop this up, which actually leads to a pretty sort of ugly, wonky front line here. Let me delete your orders, halt whatever you're doing before. Try this with, I guess this is an offensive line, and just go. I think the tanks were still actually okay, but I'll redraw it anyway. And that is an offensive line. And my paratroopers... What do we want to do with you? I mean, maybe we literally don't give you any orders. Just there. That's your front line. Just hold Glasgow, Edinburgh. Again. That was a very important part of our victory. I mean, we stole some victory points and everything, which is great. We're going to extend this front line there. Grab half of you and move you here and try to counter that guy from pushing back. Not that it really matters that much one way or another, because there's nothing in this province, but no, it's still useful. Having trouble hitting Newcastle. And we may want to consider moving down to the south. Like, maybe we give up this part. I don't know. That's kind of a little bottleneck. We are going to do this, though. Taking that port would be huge. We are winning. We are pushing. I'm actually going to get this guy to, like, specifically rush, connect everything up. Supplies are good here. Supplies are a little sucky over here. I mean, we have been blowing up infrastructure pretty devastatingly for a long time here. Plus, it's, you know, it's quite narrow, and we have a lot of troops here. I mean, Germany's got a bunch of stuff here, too. It'd be nice sometimes to tell your allies just to stay out of an area. because all they're doing is killing your people, being attrition. We are basically out of manpower, so we're going to have to go and flick this to the next level. So next level would probably be all adult serve, right? So it's a 10% to 20% jump, which is pretty huge. Drops our factory output and construction time a lot, but I think we're just going to have to do that. And we'll be back up to 5 million manpower, which is ludicrous. Like, I only need an extra couple % manpower. Maybe there was something else I could have done. I'm not sure. Okay, purple group. We're going to go and get you to help the push on Newcastle specifically. Bop all these guys, get a lot more supplies, plus just some extra infrastructure width, which is going to be nice. So again, air wings here. It's just the rockets. God, that's annoying. You should just tear up the rocket research, the rocket facilities, but I don't know. We got to build our ICBMs at some point, right? Okay, ICBMs aren't in this game. The nukes are the ones that are carried by planes, which is why you need full air superiority over an area. But imagine how many Italian lives we would have saved if we had just nuked the British here. Yeah, still a hard-fought battle for the rest, moving into Scotland here. It's not going to be easy with the hills. It's going to cost a lot of lives. But overall, we're doing okay. More free military factories. Again, you can see here damaged ones, so any other free ones are also clearly damaged because the way the system prioritizes stuff. So, we're alright. I'm going to just tell my tanks to do something like that. I don't think they'll even be needed there. And I'm going to tell Group Teal, actually, to... Oh, that's not exactly what I meant to do. That'll work out okay. I'm hoping there's enough Germans also helping to hold this line. Actually, I should tell my tanks, halt your current orders. Well, we could have kept fighting, I guess. Do an offensive line here. And then go. Yeah, alright, good. Because then you'll mop up the rest, and that'll be good. No divisions in basic training. Is okay. I could be building infantry and various things, because we do have that, and I've got a lot of manpower now. But I don't really feel like I need it. Improve rocket engines. Excellent. V2s, and the rocket interceptor. Alright, level 3. I wonder if the level 3, I hadn't checked the range. I wonder if we can, like, bomb the US from here. That would be quite interesting. Hell, if we put things far enough north, you know, going north would be fine. Oh yeah, Denmark's still there too. Well, Denmark. Iceland, but, you know, Danish territory. Plus these little islands here, which, I mean, if they had airports, could also continue to be very annoying and pesky. I never set you with a new offensive line, did I? So, please push north. Thank you very much. And as soon as that goes, I'll set my tanks. I'll just right-click over here. Well, probably something like that, and then offensive line that way, and then just go when you can. Thanks. At least the tanks do move very quickly, compared to infantry, certainly. Surprised they're not being starved out, but I guess they do have a victory point and a naval base, so that is going to help. And we don't have everyone in place yet. The military factories, no, they're still damaged. Floating fortress, so that is literally done on all our naval stuff. And I mean, we can move our navy into range of the US, and that'll be kind of interesting to see what happens. Battle cruisers, I think we can live without. Maybe, oh, can we just bypass the level 1? And just start producing super battleships? Yeah, they'll probably still just get bombed out of the air, though. Start early research on this. It's 1.5 years ahead. It's going to take us almost 1.5 years to research it. Although I suspect research time is always going to be pretty big. You know what? Let's just do it. It's fine. We don't have that much left to research. How is our oil supply? Well, we do need a bit more. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and, again, other than the sort of opportunity cost, there's no maintenance cost on synthetic refineries, so. Some of these could get sabotaged. So, we'll hold off a little bit. Alright, good push coming in here. Purple tanks. You guys need a new offensive line. Go. So you can be a little bit wider when you do it as well. So we'll mostly finish that off. And then we gotta take Ireland. And we've got, you know, what looks like a pretty big navy again, but I'm still worried about getting obliterated in the air. Alright, well, what I think is going to happen is we're going to assign everything to start obliterating Ireland. And that'll be the next move. We need to figure out where I left the transports. Yeah, this is very annoying! I don't like this at all. I think it's dumb. And the transports are set to fly over Ireland right now. So, like, you have to remember where you park them. Unless, I mean, there might be something else going on. Something else that you can do. But it looks like you have to remember where you park them. And then we're going to tell you to paradrop from here, which is now... Okay, it is in blue. Do we land right on Belfast? Sure. But I'll let you actually get in position this time. There you go. That's weird. Oh, yeah. New army. No, what? Oh, fuck. Right, because it's the wrong order. Try that again. Let me start this from here to here. Lock it in as a plan with Army 2, or well, Army Purple, or whatever you called. Put a good general. Then we're going to go here and shop for more paratroopers. If their order changed after all that clicking. There we go. And if I do that, then you'll join the other army. Okay, so we're going to have 15 divisions of paratroopers landing on Belfast. Belfast? I feel like I'm saying the T too much. I don't know. I guess it's fine. Around that way, and you guys push, 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 push. Oh yeah, I broke the front line. Okay, that's fine. We'll get this taken care of. I mean, they're starving out, so no matter what, we'll get there eventually. Alright, so I haven't actually told pink people to go yet. A, they did the strategic redeployment. B, I wanted them to all go at once, which is what's going to happen. Some of the subs got cut out there. They still have a lot of planes around. They can't put as many in the air as before, but jeepers. You definitely don't want to put any ships over here, especially since I've got all my planes on top of Ireland right now, which is where I want them to be. There we go. I'll bop that, then I'll be able to put the yellow group back on here. That is a very thin little bottleneck, though. Very thin. Maybe I actually won't put the gold group there. Maybe I'll just use the tanks. Which is probably not a terrible idea. Just there. Yeah, they may have had, looks like they may have had rocket sites, too. I don't think they were doing much with them, but I think they had them. Alright, I think I can just probably completely fail to garrison things the way I want. There we go. Yeah, the regions on the island of Great Britain are kind of funny and smaller than you expect. There we go. Do that. I mean, these are not proper military police, but they will do. And yeah, we'll get the tanks over there. They can finish that push, and I'm sure they're going to do fine. And you guys are all recovered, so go, go, go. And then I'll probably, well, I was going to say ferry some people over there. I'm still worried about both the Navy and the planes. I'm hoping the paratroopers are going to do fine on their own. We don't have 70%. Oh! Different air zone than expected. Hang on. I didn't realize the Irish air zone and the Scotland and Northern Ireland air zones were different. I expected all of the Isle of Ireland to have one air zone. 2 countries or not. So now... 0%. Oh, we just hadn't kicked in yet. There we go. So now you're going. Now you're going. Good, 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 good. No divisions in basic training. And we definitely could. So we just landed on 1 division. That sounds like a pretty good number. So, Group Pink, you guys have your front line set, which is great. I would like you to see if you can't also grab Dublin down there. Go, go, go. There. Grab half of you and just... I know you don't have any morale. That's okay. Just start the run. You'll be fine. I promise. There's not a whole hell of a lot left over here. Pretty sure the island is mostly empty. Meanwhile, tanks. Oh, you're still getting in position. Okay. Things definitely move slower now that they adjusted the AI not to do strategic redeployment every 2 seconds. Which is nice that they did that, but it's also a little... You know, you forget. It's like, oh yeah, it does take a little bit longer for things to move than you might expect. Alright, Dublin should be fine, and yeah, the rest of it should go. Taking these airports will also be quite nice. Look at this. They've got 6,000 airports over here in Northern Ireland. Now, what is a little bit unfortunate is the fact that when you take an airport, you don't destroy the planes. They do just redeploy. It's both good and bad. I mean, you would have to micro things all the time to avoid it. But it would be nice if sometimes maybe there was like an airport range. Like, how are they going to redeploy anywhere else? How on earth did we not just destroy all those planes? I can actually just set an offensive line, I'd say, probably for Cork, and tell you guys to go. And that's all that's left on here. The UK holdings are about to disappear. I'll just randomly run down the coast. This is like taking, like, you know, islands all over in, you know, Indonesia and stuff. Except instead of amphibious assault, we're doing parachute drops. Man, parachute drops. Okay, I'm gonna use them so much more in my next game. This is really fast. Just get air superiority, drop people. I mean, you know, they do have a disadvantage when they land on people. They're not fortified in any way whatsoever. There's definitely some vulnerabilities, but other than that, it's pretty damn nice. I still don't know what the ratio of planes, like transport planes, are. Grab another one of you, actually. It should help out. Ireland has capitulated, and there's no little weird stuff. Well, there's a pocket over here of some American and, I think, British troops over there. But that has been cleared up. Why don't we... Why don't we just keep doing airdrops? So... Again, oh god, that's so annoying. Because what would be nice is, let's say I grabbed just a couple of dudes, moved them off, and said, I want a parachute drop from here to there. Except I can't, because there's no planes here. At least when you're in parachute drop mode, you can see there where your transports are. So I'm going to grab 19 and just put them over here. Well, actually, I guess I'm going to have to move them all. Never mind. Because then from here, I wonder if I can reach all the islands. Because that would actually be really convenient. Because then I can tell these guys, say, do a parachute drop from here. Location must have an airbase with some transports in it. But it does. I guess they were just busy. Okay, we can't quite reach. But... Oh, did you guys get killed? I think they got killed. Let's drop with more people. Oh, they got a crap ton of dudes over here. Oh, man. Okay. I completely missed the number in there. You, stop. Stop your orders. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to parachute drop from here to here. Well, and then you're probably not going to do anything, actually. I did not expect so many... What is this, the Isle of Man? So many people to be sitting out there. But there are no more real useful bases for people, so I suspect... Let me split off all destroyers. Grab this, split you in half. And we're going to leave some of you behind. Group up to a proper navy. And then I'm just going to take... Oh, I've got a bunch of subs here, too. Cool. Really? What are you doing there? You're repaired. There we go. Convoy rating. Yeah, let me grab a big fleet. Put in some search and destroy over here. And pick this air zone here. Just assign everyone there. Strategic bombers or whatever be damned. Just to give it a little bit of air cover. If I'd moved my fleet in here before, I would have known how many people were sitting over there. So it's my own damn fault for getting a lot of people killed for no reason whatsoever. But we do have a lot of manpower and equipment right now, so... Okay, there's our level 4 destroyer. And actually, I don't think we ever gotten around to update... Or, cruiser, I mean. Finish the 1 light cruiser. We never built the level 3 light cruisers. So level 4s. Oh. I have 78 points. Just get an extra couple levels anti-air. That's going to be fine. So you're going to do that. And then we're going to do another one of those. And another one of those. There we go. Now, I don't know if when Great Britain capitulated, if their planes actually went away. I don't think they did. I think they still just moved away, which is a bit annoying. But isn't the worst thing ever. Oh, so you've arrived, so you're doing the same thing as, like, the Marines, where you don't actually finish your orders. Alright, well, we're gonna have to put a cut in here. Great Britain is ours. The Allies... The Allies are still like, no, we can keep going forever. I don't have to break, like, every single country, do I? Mostly, I think, right now, I probably just have to get the US. Let's go ahead and start our coups before I forget for much longer. I think that was it over here. I don't think we'd bothered with any of the... There's a lot of popularity. Whatever. Let's set them all off at the same time. Who cares? It's fine. And that could actually give us a landing point. It's a civil war, though. I don't know. We'll be able to lend-lease on one side. We could send them a whole crap ton of medium tanks. So there's that. Plurinational Bolivia. Huh. And we can tech some more. Yeah, I do have to wrap this up, but... Super battleship. Alright, thank you very much for watching, folks. And I'll see you guys next time.